Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to the Sexy Brutale. I think it's probably time to try using this ring in this room that we were told to use this ring in. Is it for opening the door, or... I don't know if anything else in the room is going to ask for an item to use on it, so it must be for opening this door that Mr. Skullface was trying to get us to come through. Or maybe we use it on this painting? Nope, can't use it on the painting. The door is reacting to the Marquis's signet ring. The blue flames die down. Alright. This is where he told us to meet him. This room is pretty ornate. Like, these chairs are pretty fancy. These paintings are quite creepy. But nothing interactable, huh? Okay, I thought the chapel... Oh, the chapel does refer to the room where, or the area where Sixpence got shot. Okay. Well, good to be back, I suppose. The most nondescript of nondescript waiting rooms. Sorry, that doesn't say waiting at all. Please, relax and take the weight off. There really is nothing of note to take note of here. Most people would likely have completely forgotten ever having seen this room, if they ever did even see it in the first place. Would you even recognize it from this angle? Perhaps you caught a peek, just a glimpse of a hint. Once before, long ago. Does it feel like a lifetime has passed since then? For some it certainly does. The room itself may not be important or noteworthy, but perhaps we should see if what's the other side jogs our memories. That's written in a very strange style considering the rest of them. Well, I didn't reset the clock before coming in here. So, Sixpence just got shot. Maybe I should have. But there's a clock up here. We can just have a look around first. A hunter in his misguided youth, the Marquis came to abhor the concept as he matured. He kept his trophies as a reminder of the man he no longer wished to be, feeling guilt and sorrow whenever he looked upon them. In this way, he was able to remind himself of who he had been, and in turn, who he never wanted to become again. His wife discouraged him from visiting this room, not wanting him to cause himself unnecessary suffering. But exposing himself to the grief and pain was the only thing he believed gave so many unnecessary deaths at his hand any meaning. It's interesting that it says he kept his trophies as a reminder. Like, he kept his trophies around to make himself feel guilty. But we know that at least some of the trophies are fake, right? The boar heads are mass-produced. There's some thematic stuff going on there that's interesting. Now, where was the clock? Those are some strange paintings. Here we go. This is a new piece of music. I feel like we've been hearing the same ones for so long. Maybe it's not new. Maybe it's what we were hearing at the beginning of the game? I don't remember. Old but flawlessly crafted chair with a Bible on the table nearby. Now that we know that we're some kind of preacher, although I guess I could have guessed from my outfit if I'd really been looking at it at the beginning, that does seem to have additional significance, doesn't it? Ah yes, we did look at these. I remember. I remember now, anyway. The Marquis had many secrets, and many expenses. An enormous amount of effort went into making the running of the mansion appear effortless, but none of it came without cost. This room was where the unofficial versions of official documents were kept, a beauty parlor for accounts, where numbers were massaged and rules were relaxed. Grayson himself constructed the safe in this room. Utterly uncrackable to anyone without the code, it kept the truth at the heart of the affluent-seeming mansion, hidden away from prying eyes. It does seem to be something of a theme that those who make a point of appearing to be rich usually aren't. So there's ledgers filled with the running costs. It's interesting, though, that the cooked books aren't here. because we know there are cookbooks downstairs, or at least not all of them are here? Strange. Anyway, Sixpence's body should be in here, so in theory we should be able to get the his invitation, maybe? We sure did. I wish that there was, I can grab and drag. I guess that's a little faster than scrolling. Reginald Sixpence is a genius clockmaker and mechanic who was originally commissioned to create the extravagant timepieces featured throughout the mansion. I seem like I'm developing a little bit of a stutter. On one visit, he brought his niece along to help with a particularly challenging piece. After the Marquis met her, the rate of Sixpence's invitations to the mansion increased dramatically, and over the years and events that followed, the two men became extremely close. But Reginald could be somewhat blind to the intentions and emotions of others. He has become distraught that one of the Marquis's projects that Sixpence helped with may have a darker and more dangerous aim than he imagined. Yeah, this is, I feel like we really still don't know that much about the Marquis. A marble altar with two very heavy brass candlesticks. Were we able to investigate this room before? Oh yeah, I remember that, the communion wafers thing. We definitely weren't able to light this candle before. Well, this guy seems to be having the time of his own life. So we talk at last. It's been a long road for you. All to come back here. Take this, and I'll play on. Alright, was that? It was indeed one of the cards that unlocks some information. A prison, here in the heart of the mansion. If you were to touch the walls, you would feel hundreds, thousands of tally marks, counting days, months, years. There is a tree growing from the cracks in the floor. How long would it take for the little sapling to become fully grown? How many years? It's certainly a compelling question. So... Not really sure what to do here. Who knows what schemes were hatched here in the smoky haze of the Marquis's most personal inner sanctum? What greatness was planned? What madness was plotted? Lucas and his uncle-in-law, Sixpence, would often sit together here long into the evening discussing the future for their families. What ambitions did these two discuss? What dreams did they dare realize together? The places where events occur, both tragedies and triumphs, are often recorded. But what of the humble spaces where the ideas first take seed? Arguably more important. This bookshelf appears to be crammed with books on fish. A delicate glass hookah pipe. It smells sweet and smoky. Well, we know what that fish thing is about now. Alright, so we've... I guess I didn't actually check this out. Let's make sure that I had done it in the past. Okay, I think we had looked at that before. See, the interaction circle over here is a different color. The shot shredded his heart. Wow. Wow, detail. The description, or the instructions on the painting did say blow his brains out. So, you know, somebody screwed up. They're not doing a great job. Yeah, this is definitely stuff we had seen before. Well... now what? I guess we'll reset the clock. Or, sorry, reset our watch. And have a look around. And what happens if we save Sixpence again, I guess, is the question. Or wait, maybe we should hang out in here, because the last time we were in the chapel, we weren't able to go to the end of the day. What if we fast forward the time? Yeah, what if we're in here at the end of the day? Does something unusual occur? I don't know what we need this for. I don't know why I picked that up, but I'm just very curious. Huh. Well, I thought that might be significant, you know, because we weren't able to be here at the end of the day before. When we were originally here, the watch was broken and wouldn't go past 5. But it sure doesn't look like anything significant happens. Yeah, going downstairs isn't helping us either. So this door was a fire door before, right? It's marked, I mean, it has fire drawn on it. Maybe there isn't actually anything meaningful here, but it's now meaningful, you know, that we could go through the fire doors in the other part of the mansion? Because that might be the case. It might be that we can now, that they're all extinguished now. They all led to places that we could get to, though, by going around them, right? It turned out that none of them were preventing us from entering anywhere. Where did the guy who shot Sixpence go? I think he walked out through this door. So there's no mirrors in here. We haven't used our ability to walk through mirrors at all, but I don't think it's been relevant. I guess let's hang out until we hit the end of the night. And then if nothing happens, we'll just save Sixpence and see if that does something. A painting in the style of Arcimboldo. It's as if someone is playfully copying it as a joke. A girl pouring wine. Or blood? Beautifully done, but unsettling. Well, I'm pretty sure we had not read those before. Yeah, it sure doesn't seem like anything interesting is happening in here. What does this ghost say if we talk to him now that we have his card? He was close all along, you know? Mr. Sixpence, that is. Just got a bit mixed up. This place does that to you. Okay. I think that's what it's going to come down to. I think we're going to have to end up saving him again. And then maybe now that we know the things that we know and have the abilities that we have, something different will happen. There's something sort of thematically resonant, right, in the idea that we come here and we break the original cycle that we broke, and in doing so, sort of break the overall cycle. That makes sense to me. There's a kind of beauty to that. Yeah, it looks like nothing's going to happen. Okay. Saving Sixpence it is, then. It should be easy enough. We just have to wait for him to root through the safe and drop the casing on the floor, and then we load the rifle and we do some more waiting. This one does all happen pretty quickly. Can you hear them moving around? Some idea where they are? Wait, he doesn't come in here, does he? No. I forgot that he mentioned Thanos. Or maybe I had never heard him say that. I didn't have quite the listening abilities then that I do now. Mentions Grayson as well. Wait, where is it? This is just garbage. Who locks garbage in a safe? Hey, listen, dude. One man's trash, you know? We never did find out what this goon was talking about when he said Plan B. Because the plan was for Sixpence to be shot, right? We found the instructions on the painting. There's something here. There's more to the chapel than I knew. I should have guessed. Look for where you can use your power. See through the facade to the truth behind. That's interesting. We don't usually draw the cedille on the C in English. Where I can see through the facade. Okay, I have an idea. It is, Lafcadio Boone, of all people, would be able to see through a falseness in the chapel itself, right? Should there be one. She says use your power. I'm assuming she's talking about Lafcadio himself, not one of the masks. Oh, the glass. The window is magnificent. Or it used to be. Well, I certainly did something. Well found, Boone. Please, come, join me. Interesting. Oh, I am not in control right now. It's going to end up being me who's falling into the flowers outside, isn't it? I cannot control you. I cannot make you a part of my world, not truly. But perhaps once you see, you will decide for yourself whether or not this world is the right one for us. Oh, it's us now, is it? This is Lucas Bondus, the Marquis of the Sexy Brutale. Lucas. My Lucas. I have brought us all here to judge this man. Or rather, to sentence him. His guilt is not in question. You don't understand, please. He's a good man. We shall see. Boone, watch carefully. Boone, watch carefully. He just said watch carefully. Stop looking around. There's still time. Still plenty of time. It's Sixpence's calculations, after all. The explosives are all primed. Everything will go off at once. The stroke of midnight. A garden full of my guests safely outside by then. And a garden full of witnesses to clear me of any wrongdoing. It's risky. But the insurance. It's a new life for Eleanor and I. Something a little less extravagant this time. Lucas. My Lucas. Please, he's a good man. Oh, heavy. Oh, that is some cartoon-ass dynamite there. Look at the size of that. Sixpence, I'm rather afraid I lack your finesse. You'd be very disappointed, old chap. You'd have done a much neater and smaller job. Oh, where am I? I think I must have left them in the other room. Yes, you turn your face away. How easy for you. How easy to look the other way. I am the one who has to keep everything together. Is it perfect? No. But this is what is right. The closest to right that we deserve. Please. He's a good man. My beautiful mansion. I will miss you so dearly. But you are also a gamble, and not one that is paid off. The house is not always winning, and you are a luxury I can no longer afford. It's time to cash in the check. What was that? Oh my god, no. Fire! The theater! But how? The casino! No! Yeah, I can see what has occurred here. The timer! Did I do something? And he's the body that flies out of the clock tower. No! How can this be happening? I have to get out! I don't know, dude. I would not wander into a fire wearing that many feathers. Oh god. What have I done? While this situation doesn't exactly lend itself to lighthearted commentary, he survived that fall. A little bruised, somewhat broken, but he lived. And there you have it, Boone. The man set a fire in his own mansion for nothing more than the insurance. The guests in the mansion, they didn't truly die to giant spiders or demon fish or crushing cages. They died in the fire that this man set. I have kept this mansion running, embellished the deaths, added some flair, but this is the man truly responsible for the deaths in this mansion. This isn't everything. You don't know. It is more than enough. We will wait, Boone. If you can figure out if you wish to save this man, then go ahead. I will not stop you. Okay, that's like a pretty heavy burden. Okay, so this is our clock for the moment. He did this, Boone. Yeah, neither one of them has anything particularly interesting to say. Well, I can't... Okay, when he leaves, I guess we go downstairs? Not really sure what to do here. Or down the ladder, rather. When he leaves to go get the ridiculous giant cartoon bomb, I guess we'll pop downstairs and have a look. We can probably go through this door after him. I'm actually not 100% sure. I'm assuming that it would work if I went down here. It would work the same way where his mask would try to eat my face. Given that, you know, my mask is on fire and everything. But maybe that's not the case. A violin. For practice. Looks like Sixpence's handiwork. Oh, come on. Get up there. I'm going. It's going to be tough to get down here and look around, and clearly I'm supposed to. There may be information down here that I need. Can we fiddle with this? It's a strange clockwork device ticking away. Wait a minute. Well, that's probably going to screw everything up. Ledgers showing the casino operating at a loss. We had some idea already. A Bible. The inscription is from Lafcadio. The little statue was carved by Trinity. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I got stuck on something in a very strange way there. So, like, what's gonna happen here? Now that I'm tuned to the bomb, what is resetting my clock? Resetting my clock will teleport me to where the bomb is at noon. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I'm not ready yet. I'm going to reset myself to here because there's still one thing I hadn't yet investigated. So we'll restart the day. We'll wait for him to leave the room. I'll check out the one thing that I hadn't investigated yet. Then we'll set ourselves to the clock, reset the day, go to wherever that bomb is at noon, the other room. Okay. We have a plan. It's kind of a short-term plan, but it's still a plan. It's kind of funny how, in the end, the reason behind all of this macabre occult horror and, honestly, splendor is something so very mundane. I don't know what I was expecting. Some Darkest Dungeon, like Lovecraft style, oops, I accidentally dug up the occult, or, you know? It's just a dude got in over his head with his bill collectors. Which it's very, very identifiable. I think most of us have been there. Alright, yeah, these things over here. Pieces have been taken from this clock. An enormous clock looming over the mansion. The gears are something that I couldn't read because he really doesn't leave the room for very long. He leaves the room for longer the second time. This is the face of evil. Not malice, just stupidity. Yeah, I hear you, Gold Skull Man. The gears are impeccably crafted with a distinctive 6 pennies logo stamped onto the metal. Okay. I mean, I guess there's no reason for me to even go up there, right? Let's just reset it. So where does this put us? This will be a new room. A room... Oh, no. I do, in fact, know this room. A replica of the Sexy Brutale. The location of the fireplaces has been marked on it with flags. Well, we know that there are cards. Orm's wire cutters. Well, that seems pretty straightforward. Maybe even a little too straightforward. Wait, this wire is cut. Who? Wait, this isn't right. The timer. I made a mistake. This would have gone off early. My God. Boone. Uh-oh. Well, I don't have any control right now. I think we can forgo having the masks chase you, Boone. There's no need for that anymore. Not here. Lafcadio! What are you doing here? Please, you have to leave. This, I can explain. Or rather, I don't imagine I need to. I'm so sorry, my old friend. I should have told you, but you can be rather proper, no? I'm going to burn this place down. You know I love this place. It's everything. But I love her more. We have a child on the way, you know? And this mansion, the cost, the sheer drain of it. I'm not the young, reckless gambler I used to be, Laffy. I thought you'd be proud. I've locked those demons up tight. No more chasing the high stakes for me. Although I will admit this plan was somewhat thrilling. But I timed it so that everything will detonate once everyone is safely outside. There's one of these devices in every fireplace, and the fireplaces are all connected. But no one will be hurt. And then, it's the darndest thing. This wire here was cut. And I've just noticed a rather terrible mistake. I think if it hadn't been cut, then everything would have gone off early. I can't imagine what would have happened. You see, he never meant it. He never meant to hurt anyone. Please, please stop this torture. Eleanor, is that you? No, he did not intend, but he acted. And they died. They all died. He killed them, Boone. He killed everyone he ever cared about. His friends, his own wife, his unborn We don't deserve to be forgiven. They don't deserve to be forgotten. Don't you see, Boone? This is how I keep them alive. This party, this day. This party, this day. I keep that agony fresh. I see their faces. I remember them. She would have us forgive ourselves. She would let us go. She would have you live. Notice he said ourself, not ourselves. But I am not ready. I will never be ready. Please, Boone. Boone. Everything you see in this mansion, it's the memory of a broken man, reliving the nightmare of the night he murdered everyone dear to him. One terrible act that he has wished he could take back every second that he has lived since. There is only one man responsible for everything happening in this mansion. Lucas. Lucas. And that makes sense. I was wondering why the skull guy said our name in quotation marks, like it was, like he was being sarcastic, that makes sense. Look how old you have gotten, my love. It's time. We must go to see him. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. I like that. It makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Not to say that it's not weird to actually see it played out or anything. It's been more than 40 years, Lucas. You've punished yourself long enough. You almost died when you fell. Then it's been like you stayed alive just to make sure you suffered. You were hospitalized, near dead. You went to prison, but it still wasn't enough. You have suffered and missed us every day. We aren't here to forgive you, Lucas. You will never have that. We are gone, and we cannot say the words. You cannot ever know if we would say those words. But as much as you have hated yourself, you have always known one thing. In your heart of hearts, you know that I would not have wanted you to suffer forever. One day, enough would be enough. Today can be that day, Lucas. If you want. if you're ready. You don't have to forget. You only have to forgive yourself, just enough to live. His very appearance is painful for me to look at, just as my appearance is painful for you. He is the king of this mansion. He is perhaps the purest glimpse into your soul, my love. I can't believe I didn't notice the first time I was in here how clearly this is a heart. I guess my attention was on other things. Frail, ragged, alone, but beyond powerful. Enough rage and pain and grief to destroy and rebuild this mansion 100,000 times over. Trapped down here, watching his friends murdered over and over and over through these mirrors. He is king of this mansion, but a puppet king. It's time to release him from this torment. Take your mask, Lucas. It will return every aspect of yourself. Then, let us go. Let us all go. It doesn't mean you forget. I love you. There is one other option. Walk away. Use the watch. Turn back time. Let the party start again. We'll all be here. Your friends will be here. Your mansion, your memories. You don't have to let them go. It is your choice. Okay. Let me say something here before we click any buttons. The themes of the game are, I think, sitting at really interesting odds with not necessarily the mechanics of the game, but sort of... I don't know how to say the thought that's in my head right now. I have a compulsion to get all the things, right? You've seen this. You know this. I look for the invitations. I look for the cards. I've restarted days so that I could get a card in a fireplace before the fire gets lit, or whatever. By the way, it's really interesting, right? That there's that there have been cards in all the fireplaces, and we've had to rush to get them before they catch fire. I assumed, because you light fireplaces, but it turns out the bombs were all in the fireplaces, and that's what the fire means. I'm getting distracted. The point is, to a certain extent, to click yes here would be to... It seems like a very cruel thing to do, given what we know. But also, it's just a video game, and I want to get all the cards because I want to know what happens. So, the good ending here is for me to click this no button. It's not going to delete my save or anything, right? Well, I'm sure we'll be... I'm going to click no. No, I don't want to restart the day. This place is yours, Lucas. It is horrible and broken and twisted. You don't have to be prisoner here. I loved you. I loved you so much, and you loved me. I know you're sorry, and I know that it's not enough. But it is done. Let some of the pain go. Live your life. Goodbye, my love. I do though. I do want to go back and get all the stuff. Ah, that's quite a sound that just made. Also, the mirror effect is super creepy. Goodbye, my love. Whatever I am, I'm always here. Visit if you want, but don't stay too long. It's time to make new memories. Time to live the life you still have. I mean, she said it was okay to visit. We could go back and get a couple more cards. Time to move on, old man. I wonder what the significance of the name Lafcadio Boone is. Man, that was really good. I'm a little choked up over here. I'm trying not to have my voice crack into the microphone. But I guess if I'm just admitting that I'm getting emotional, it's not a big deal. Yeah, wow, I really liked that. I'm not going to talk too much about it, honestly, because first of all, like I said, I'm getting a little verklempt over here, but also, there'll be a video going up tomorrow. I'll talk more about it once I've had some time to process it and kind of put my thoughts into some sort of order. But I can say right now, without any reservations or fear that I will later contradict myself, I really liked that. I'm so glad that I finally got around to this thing. Oh, this song has a whole different... There's a whole extra layer of meaning on top of that, huh? Sexy Brutale Babies is a strange credit. I was gonna just keep my mouth shut until the end of the credits, but I couldn't help myself. I know what they mean. We all know what they mean. It takes a long time to develop a video game and everything, but... yeah, that was really good. I definitely want to go back and get the rest of the stuff that I didn't get, because I'm curious what else they have to show us. We could probably... Nah, you know what? It's been a long and emotional episode here. I think we're gonna call it for today, for right now. This is a great song. Come back next time. We're gonna have some more stuff. I don't know, there might be another normal episode of just going around and collecting stuff. And then there will, for sure, whether or not that happens, there will for sure be some more collected thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed and been puzzled and intrigued and touched by this as much as I have. Because, man, this was really wonderful. Come back next time for some stuff. I don't even know what. I will see you then.